Hey there guys, gals, and non-binary pals, it's DMG and welcome back to Blitz, and today we have the pleasure of watching DarwinCD playing in the T62A. Now, he will be on Himmelsdorf for this match today, and as you will soon notice that this is pre-buff. And the reason why I know that is because the damage indicators do not come out in the orange and yellow, not the orange and yellow, but the orange and red bars for player and team damage, respectively. But they come out in the red numbers, which seems like such a millennium ago, right? And you don't even notice it now. I mean, at first I didn't like it, but now, you know, I'm so jaded to it that I don't even really pay it any attention. But Darwin will be here, and he makes a great decision by not pushing all the way up with that. What is that? The Object 140, and he's still in close support, but he is not all the way up there, because if he was, both of them would have to hug that wall or the rail car, and they would be stuck there and they could easily be ambushed. He makes a great side scrape here against the Patton. I personally wouldn't try that in a T62A, but apparently Darwin has played his 62A enough to learn how to angle the tank perfectly, and now he is going to relocate around using the good mobility of a medium tank in a tier 10 matchup and flank the Reds. And he can do this so easily because the rail cars are right there on Himmelsdorf, so he's not getting shot on his way across, and he will comfortably be able to get in a good position to put in shots. He gets a lucky bounce off his butt, or is that the back of his turret? I don't know. But regardless, the T62A has a tough turret in this update, apparently. I'm not sure if this has to be pre or post nerf to the T62A originally, to the turret and the gun, but it's still good. The gun is still good. I mean, although it's not buffed to the point of being a laser pointer, the gun was still good back then, and we're seeing that here as Darwin's putting in great shots across on multiple targets, namely the Patton. Now he'll put in shots into the butt of the IS-8. IS-8's going to tunnel, and Darwin makes another great decision here. He doesn't have the gun depression. He's not going to try and corner poke against the IS-8. He's going to let the IS-8 make the first mistake, and he finds a great shot in between the rail cars. And once again, like I said, this is pre-buff to the gun of the T62A. So you don't have all the dispersion, you don't have the now increased pen, and he's still putting in great shots. You know, the T62A gun was still great before, so there's not a noticeable amount of difference. I mean, better dispersion is always welcome, but you know, I feel like they could have given it other things to make it better. Now Darwin is just whittling the HP of the red tanks down, just trying to get some kind of shot across. He puts a great shot into that T-54 who's trying to reverse and has to look behind him in order to make sure he's backing up in the correct way, and now he'll be into this IS-7. IS-7s are an extremely tough pen, and as you get closer to their plates, the armor gets thicker, or not thicker, but harder to penetrate. So Darwin needs to stay at the correct, proper amount of distance in order to get the maximum chance for penetration, making sure that he's close enough to aim shots accurately but far enough away so that the IS-7's angled plates are weak enough for him to penetrate with his rounds. Now the T62A used to have 268 millimeters of penetration on its standard rounds, but now it only has like 245 now, and back then 240. But he is in a 1 versus 2 situation here, and he is down caps, so he cannot afford, it's a 2 versus 2, but he cannot really afford to wait as the enemy team does have 2 caps, and it is ticking up somewhat fast, so he needs to make a move, and he cannot let this E75 just get annihilated by the IS-7. He needs to make a move. He has full HP. He's done, not full HP, but he has a good amount of HP to play with, so he can now leverage his hit points onto this IS-7, maybe take 1 or 2 shots from him if RNG goes poorly. I don't think it will, though, as Darwin does use the auto-aim and gets quite lucky with that shot there. I personally would not have used auto-aim as that debris was right there, but he shoots through it, pens the IS-7 in the troll side, and is able to finish it off. Now, there's one last tank he has to kill, which is the Object 140, who is running away. He's just trying to cap bases and just keep Darwin away from his person so that he'll cap out. and now it has 3 caps, so it's really ticking up fast, and you'll notice how the points are going up so quickly now. So the important thing for Darwin to do now is either cap bases or hunt immediately. Now that E75 makes a great decision by capping B, mitigating their extreme flow of points, and it allows Darwin to feel a little bit more comfortable about chasing down this 140. Now he stops and aims for a shot. That probably wouldn't be the decision that I go for. I would keep chasing immediately and maybe just try and auto aim that, see if I get lucky. But by stopping, you let that object 140 get further distance from you. Unfortunately, or fortunately for Darwin, the 140 makes the mistake of stopping, and he tries to play ring around the rosy around this building. There's an auto aim miss there. That'd be a time where I'd aim, but Darwin doesn't even need to aim because he just goes and rams the 140 for the final kill, and he's done a great job of relocation and just being able to put in shots reliably. And he receives a mastery for 4,700 damage and 4 destroyed, and a nice spare parts bonus as well, even going credit positive in Tier 10. If you liked that content, please hit that like button and subscribe for more, and if you didn't, please leave your constructive criticism in the comment section. As always, I appreciate the opportunity to share my passion with you today, and I hope to see you next time.